nightlife, the low riders, the style, the way we talk, the way we act, like it's right here on the east side.
We begin with breaking news here at 4 o'clock. Mandatory evacuations in place for at least 1,000 people.
What isn't normal, especially here in Los Angeles, is this. Blue
LA has an epidemic of homeless people right now.
So you guys are just used to smog, crazy homeless, and fires.
It's a little gangsta out here.
Man, I used to be writing and be like, where is this shit coming from? Okay. And it's the worst shit I ever heard. Suck my dick 100 times.
These kids and their hip hop, that's not music. You're supposed to play the trumpet like Dizzy Gillespie and go.
I smell weed. What'd you say?
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today I'm with two very special guests, Jaywop and Dobey Dobe.
Hey, what's up?
There we go.
Sir, what's up? What's poppin'?
And we're all the big hair gang out here. So, Jaywop, you're originally from Arizona and Tacoma, kind of.
No, I'm originally from Tacoma. I'm originally from Tacoma, and I lived there. My first stretch there was till I was like 12, and then I moved to Arizona, and almost immediately I met him. So I've known him for like 10 plus years. So
wow.
Went back to Washington for like 8 months, a year, some shit like that. Then wasn't really feeling it. Went back to Phoenix, and I was there till I was 22, and then that's when we both left Phoenix and moved to Long Beach.
Wow. So you've been back and forth. So you definitely understand the cultures of other cities.
Oh yeah.
And then moving here, you guys are probably like, what the fuck? Or at least for me, that at least. But like, the culture here is so different. Just driving into the city just feels so different compared to.
Oh, it does. Like from an atmosphere standpoint, but like as for like the people or whatever it is, you know what I mean. Like a lot of shit translates from like where you go from like place to place, depending on like what your demographic is. The only thing that really changes is some lingo and how niggas dress.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
So so did you start music in Tacoma? You said you left around the age of 12.
No, I didn't start rapping until I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't start rapping. I was like always a super, super, super fan of hip hop, but I didn't start rapping until I was like 18.
So did you understand like the Seattle music scene when you were growing up though at all, or not until you turned 18 did you even realize there was a scene?
I didn't like at all. Like the scene I was focused on was not music. Like at all during that time. Like that just wasn't what was put in front of me. Like on the music side of it, it was the same mainstream shit that we all listen to. You know what I mean? Like that's what, like during that time, 50, all of those people, like that was the music that we were all listening to. I didn't know of necessarily anybody around the way that was doing anything. Like I was a super consumer at that point. I didn't become somebody that was trying to like do their own thing until I was in fucking Tucson at U of A.
Oh shit. Yeah. So you're like a college rapper.
Nah,
dorm
because
rapper.
when I was definitely a dorm rapper because I only went to class for like 4 months, and after that, like I was using my dorm as an apartment. Like that was it.
Damn, that's not worth it. Doesn't student debt build up at that point? Like I feel like it's worth going to classes if you're.
I mean, in hindsight, you would think that, but not honestly. I don't regret anything that I did. Only thing I regret, even a tiny bit, is going. Like that's it. Like that shit is not set up for black people.
Wow.
At all.
Then you should have gone to a HBCU then maybe.
Yeah, you know.
Hindsight.
At the time, you know, when you're 17, you only have the information that you're given and some of the shit that you might seek out. A lot of stuff like college, like an actual university, ain't possible for a lot of people that I know. So it was just like the ability that the fact that you had the ability to go to one at all. One of them wants you, fuck it, we going there. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much it. Like I didn't put no thought into it. I didn't know what I was going there for or nothing. I was just like, my family's lit about this shit, so I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do when I get there.
Got it. So, and are you guys both the same age? Like, did you guys meet each other in college, or how did any of that work out?
No. This is actually my older brother's friend. Like he was my older brother's friend. I didn't talk to him like much. I knew who he was and stuff like that, but this was my older brother's friend. Like,
so you stole him?
Not really. I was friends with his older brother. I went to high school with his older brothers when they moved to, I don't know if it was your first time moving to Phoenix or, you know, the Arizona area, but I met his older brothers when they were new to the high school that I was going to. Okay. And we just kind of clicked, me and his older brothers, and shit. We all goofy, we all clown and joke and shit. So those kind of friendships kind of, once you tap in and lock in with people that got the same type of humor, it's a wrap.
There we go.
For sure.
So then how did you guys both decide to move out to LA together? Like that's almost like a relationship.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Super pause. Super pause. But nah, like really, like after when I started my musical journey when I was like 18 or 19, and you start to get familiar with the scene and everybody around you that's doing stuff. You know, it didn't take me long to find out that like in Phoenix, he was one of the more like respected like artists in that particular circuit and scene. So he was somebody that when I kind of started, a lot of people that are in like higher places than you, so to speak, you know what I mean? Even if it's not much of shit at all, like if they are, most of them just have a tendency, and you know what I mean? Most people have a tendency to just kind of like look down their nose at you, like you're less than me. You know what I'm saying? But him and another one of my good friends, PK, they were always like super accepting. You know what I mean?
Shout
super
out PK,
accepting of me.
JV, we in here.
Yeah, JV, we in here. But they were always like super accepting of me, and like they were like that from the beginning. So you know, they were kind of trying to give me the push that they could. You know what I mean? Like into the scene, and that shit kind of stuck with me. But he does so fucking much. Like he does so much shit. Like I realized how many different areas I needed his help. So like just with us, just, you know what I mean, first kind of just like already knowing each other and developing like a business relationship, we just kind of became cool. And after I got drunk one night and just like it was just like talking shit, like you gotta get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't even remember what the fuck it was that I said to him, because he hit me up like a month later maybe and was like, bro, I'm thinking about the shit that you said, you know what I mean, a while back, like I'm ready to make the move with you. And I'm like, fuck is he talking about?
Shit.
I know the shit that I'm thinking, but I don't remember voicing it. So I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about right now? So
I could tell you, bro. I could tell you, because I have an acute memory of it.
There we go.
We had a conversation. We was at a taco spot in Tempe. I don't even remember which one. But
when you was with Fonz.
I was kicking it with Fonz, the Fonzarelli Project, my homeboy out in Arizona doing this thing. But we was kicking it, and he happened to be there, and he was telling us about some business opportunities that he's had, and some of the people he got to meet while he was out on a Cali trip. And he kind of looked me in my eyes, and he was talking to me, and he was also talking to himself when he said it. I kind of sensed it, but he basically was telling me like, Dope, I do not want to spend another calendar year out here. And like, we was just talking about it, like shit's different. People move different out here. They care more about the music and shit and less about the politics. But yeah, he further in the conversation, he kind of looked at me. He was like, so when you gonna do it? And I'm like, do what? What are you talking about? He's like, when you getting out of here? Because, you also one of the ones.
Wow.
Like, I kind of laughed it off. Like, yeah, maybe later. But I got to thinking about it. And yeah, about a month later, I hit him up like, yo, did you even have a plan? Like, what's good? What was it looking like? Because
nope.
I kind of want to I kind of want to get up out here with you.
So I just went on one of my Kanye rants.
Wait, so what is the scene like in Arizona? Like, are there artists that have popped off out of there? Like, I don't
popped off. Like, I don't. That's what it depends on what your definition of popped off is. But by my definition, strong no.
Wow.
And it's not due to a lack of talent or, you know what I mean, or anything of that nature. I just felt like based off of the market size and
it's a retirement community almost, right?
Yeah, it's just like that's not
everybody say that shit.
It's
damn.
Yeah, that's only part of it. And I don't like that to be the full fucking perception of that, because there's really lit niggas there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the retirement community shit, like when people say that, I'll be like, that's dead. That's not exactly what it is. But It's like, how do I put it? If some shit is in construction, right? Like, and you guys are working on stuff and the building itself is not fully built yet, you can't really do the type of business that you would like to. You know what I'm saying? Like you yourself as a businessman or whatever it is, your plan might develop quicker than that scene might. And that's it. I've always said, like, it's gonna end up going somewhere. You know what I mean? It's going to. I strongly believe that, because like I said, there's people that's talented. I'm just like, I'm not gonna wait for shit to pop off, because the game is a game of building bridges and like time and people laying path work for more people to be able to do stuff. So I feel like there's a lot of careers that are going to serve as basically just casualties in the aspect of building that bridge for the next generation of people to come,
like steps,
and really be lit. Yeah, you know what I'm, and which is cool. If you're somebody that inspired people, or you know what I'm saying, lit shit up for the people to come after you, that is not, like, let me put emphasis on the fact that that's not a bad thing.
True.
But you got to know what you want within that, you know what I'm saying? And if that's not what you wanted, in hindsight, you will be disappointed. I know right now that I don't want to be a bricklayer. I want to be one of the niggas that get over the wall. So if I got to go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, to get over the wall and then bring this shit back to where people know me or whatever it is, and be like, yo, look, this is how you can do it, then I'll do that. But I'm not finna wait around for everybody to get on the same page as me. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that are on that page. Like there are people that are that have left, that have migrated from there, that are out here trying to do their thing right now. We playing the same game, and it's like, let's see who hits first.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, and shout out to everybody in Phoenix doing their thing. I just knew where I was trying to align myself, and I feel like the ceiling that I had there didn't meet my aspirations, honestly.
And then what about Long Beach? What made you, out of any place in LA, why choose Long Beach? The Snoop Dogg?
Nah. There's a couple things that like niggas take into consideration when they move, you know what I'm saying, like places and stuff like that. But aside from that, just a couple of the good friends that I had out here just basically told me the goal and something good to keep in mind is try to be as close as you can to LA without actually being in LA.
Someone should have told me that.
You know what I'm saying? like, you know, like it's a lot chiller. You know what I mean? It feels more like a real life type of setting. You know what I mean? And I feel like you can easily get caught up in the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and an array of different things. You can get caught up in just like this crazy mind game of just being wide eyed and seeing stars and not paying attention to what the fuck you should really be focusing on. So I felt like us going to Long Beach, somewhere that's a fair distance from there, but shit is relatively normal. You know what I'm saying? Out there, there's not a lot going on in terms of like, it's not super highlighted the way that Los Angeles is or Hollywood and all of that shit. So it's a lot easier to stay focused on what you came out there for. You know what I'm saying? So.
And how long have you guys been in Long Beach now then?
A little over a year
now.
Yeah, like a year.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We moved out here on 420 last year.
Wow. And have you guys been able to just work on music this entire time, or have you guys had to have like second jobs during this, or how's it
I got a whole 9 to 5 I work.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I got a whole 9 to 5 I work. Like music is not working out that well yet.
Wow.
But we work on music a lot. Like that's what we're out here for. So it's just like, I feel like we both find ourselves in the position sometimes of where we've just been out here existing and paying bills for too long, and too long might be 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be 2 weeks. So we're like, we got to get back to it. You know?
Wow. But it seems like you made some pretty dope connections. And then like before we even met, like looking through your social media, like you said you've lived in Arizona, Seattle, now LA, and it seems like you have connections, whether it's in person or over online throughout the places. Like even Seattle, like a lot of Seattle artists think you're like a Seattle artist, which is kind of cool.
I mean, if we being technical, like, I mean,
or Tacoma artist.
Can't nobody tell me that I'm not from Tacoma. Like, can't nobody not tell me that. Like, you can't tell me that. But I feel like that just that little bit of credibility on like, okay, like, nah, I know people that he knows. He is actually from here. You know what I mean? So the credibility on that tip, and actually like going crazy on shit, like when you put those together and people don't have much of the relationship aspect to where there aren't mutual relationships to where things become a conflict of interest, it's a lot easier for them to take a liking to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's been the thing. I know there's people that might not see eye to eye, you know what I mean, out there or whatever it is, and they fuck with me on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So.
And how about the Liv T feature on your newest album? How'd you get her? She's dope.
Liv is the fucking homie, bro.
Oh wow.
Like shout out Liv, but AP and Jimmy, those are my managers. And
okay, are you guys managed by the same people at all, or how's that working out?
Nah.
Okay.
They manage me, but this guy, like, he's literally a part of everything that I does. He record that I do. I said stupid. I sounded like a fucking, oh my God, I ain't even gonna say it, but but everything that I do, he's kind of responsible, like, in some form or fashion for some of it. Like, he records damn near all my music at this point. He puts the rough mixes on everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, he plays a part in a lot. So he has a relationship with my managers as well, but they manage me. I met Liv through them. They had a relationship with her or whatever it is already, and they were just cool. And that's kind of how I met Liv. And actually, first I met her at the Snoqualmie, like little Snoqualmie sessions that they did like a year and a half ago. Campana is one of my closest friends.
Oh,
like,
he's been on the podcast.
Yeah, that's my boy. Like, that's my boy. That's one of my closest friends. And
wait, so there's Snoqualmie sessions? I've heard of Seattle sessions.
Nah, see, we did that was first. That was before that.
Okay,
like, that was before that. We did some shit there, and
was there an album or a project that came out of it?
Didn't fucking shit come out from that, but like one song, bro. Like one song. I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. It was a dope experience. Like, I wouldn't change it. I really just wish more music came out. That was it. But I met Liv there or whatever it is. That was kind of like our introduction to each other. But like, fast forward, AP and Jimmy start managing me. I go out there. I go out to Tacoma to visit family and shit like that. And of course, I'm gonna work some time in to, you know what I mean, do some other shit as well. So Liv had already told me she had kind of had something that she had me in mind for. So I just started putting little shit together, like, just to try to be prepared. And we got there and we literally did the shit, like, and you know what I mean, recorded the little fucking rough takes in her fucking apartment.
Wow.
Like, we did all of that there.
Wow. And your newest project is out now. How long has it been? Like a couple weeks? Not too long.
A couple months.
Couple months?
Yeah, yes, sir. I dropped in February 13th.
Wow, time's flying.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I was during your I forget the channel. It's like something like Vibes or something. And you were talking about how you're excited to get Deontay on the
Vibe Good. Yeah, is that a podcast? Or he does a lot, I guess. So yeah.
Wow, time has just been flying during the pandemic. I was like, oh shit, this just came out.
Yeah. So.
Oh shit, I still think.
Yeah, that was. I'm not. Yeah,
I feel like we're in March.
That's
February. Crazy. I literally feel like we're in March right now. It's February.
It's May as fuck, my G.
Like, oh shit, I just completely messed up.
It's May as fuck, my boy. Like.
Oh my gosh, but yeah, that's dope. Because Deontay, I had him on like a year and a half ago. He was he was in town with Wale.
Oh, that's what's up.
He's one of those artists I knew was about to pop off, so I had to have him on before. And that's cool that you've made a connection with them. How did that come to be?
Really, it came about, like, honestly, I was just making music, and with this project, I just was kind of like, you know, I have to do some next level shit. Like, I got to do some next level shit. I kind of have to make a statement just to let them know, like, this is the new bar for me. And then after I set this bar, I'm finna crush that bar. You know what I'm saying? So with doing that, I'm like, I have to make music with people that I haven't before. So, you know, they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, somebody that knows somebody else that knows somebody else that is able to bridge that connection. Y'all do business, and that's what it is. Like, he's a really cool guy, bro. Like, he's a really cool dude. And I just know that, like, his manager just was kind of like very emphatic on the aspect of that we really only kind of trying to take shit that we fuck with at the same time. Like, we not just chasing bags, and I respected that. So it was like, bet, like, if they fuck with it, you know what I mean, like, it's because this is a dope record, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like, beyond that, like, I've maintained like communication with him and stuff like that. So it was cool. I learned a lot from him, and the record was fire. It did a lot for me. So shout out to Deontay for, you know what I'm saying, believing in me enough to get on that joint.
Hell yeah. And now you probably got some like Atlanta fans now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, bro. Atlanta is like number 3 in like my most streamed cities right now.
Shit.
So it's like, shout out to him for that. Like,
wow. My favorite song, I think, is your Screen Door song, though, honestly. The music video and everything. That's how I found you.
Do you see how everybody say something different?
Yeah.
I told
we
you.
talked about this.
I told you.
Tell me, what'd you guys talk about?
Well, shit. While we're still putting Sway together and, you know, just getting different records together, I kind of noticed that, like, as, you know, time go by, we playing different records, you know, throughout the day, just filling them out, seeing how we can make it better. And I kind of noticed one of the things, and I told him early on, he asked me, he was just like, what's your favorite record? Which one you think gonna be the hardest? And I kind of told him, like, bro, my favorite song on a record changed, like, or on the album, my bad. My favorite song on the album changed damn near every other day, which is a good thing. You know, you kind of want that. You want every record to be good and have potential to be somebody else's favorite. And we talked about people are gonna have different favorites, and that's been the experience so far. Everybody we talked to
say something different. Everybody says something different. Like everybody has a different song that is their favorite. So I'm like, that's what's up. That means we did work. That means we did what we had to, you know. So
wow. And are you guys planning shows or anything now that LA is kind of starting to slowly open back up?
It ain't exactly open still out here. Like it's more open than it was before, but it's still not exactly like open here. And being honest with you, like I'm not planning many shows right now at all, just because that's not where my focus is. I feel like when you do shows, those are to reap the benefits of the work that you've been putting in as an artist. I'm not saying I haven't been putting in the work, but I'm waiting to check off certain, you know what I mean, certain things on that list before I get back into like, let's get into show mode. I got certain things that I have to establish.
Right. I was one of my previous guests like a day or so ago, he was talking about how there's all these underground like speakeasy shows kind of in LA right now. I know COVID's a real thing, and I'm vaccinated and everything, but like I'm so confused on like one's counting.
I'm out here raw dogging life still. I don't have COVID, by the way,
but no one's like talking about those underground shows and calculating if those people got COVID. So like how do we know who's getting COVID and who's not?
You don't.
If there's like
you don't.
Wow.
In some fucked up ass way, that's what makes it fun. People still be like, you gotta listen, like you gotta think, like that's how you know music has the power that it does. Like,
wow,
this type of shit is going on right now, and you're still like, I know this might not be 100% safe, but this shit is a vibe. I'm still gonna go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even saying that that's the best decision in the world, but it's true. It speaks to the power music has.
Wow. Yeah, I think COVID's like LA is one of the biggest hotspots for COVID, if I'm not wrong.
No, they didn't went down on the list. They didn't went down. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
People wilding out here.
Has COVID affected you guys at all?
I smell weed, but
probably everywhere in LA. Like you can just walk down the street. It could be like a nice little street.
Has COVID affected us? If you really want me to be honest with you, myself, our brand, our collective went the fuck up.
Wow.
In COVID. I did. I lost my job, but I had the best time of my life.
Wow.
Like I lost my job and I was like, what's gonna happen? Oh my God. And then life just was lit. Like it was kind of like a lot of the stuff that we were waiting on to happen and to start falling through just started falling through. It just kept falling through. And it was like, yeah, we're in a pandemic, but this is hands down the most successful year of our music careers. Like,
wow.
Hands down.
What about you, Dobey Dobe? Music doing well too, or?
I mean, it can always be doing better. I feel. I don't ever feel like I'm somewhere that I'm happy with being at if I stopped right now. So, I mean, it's been doing better than last year, but still not where I want it to be. So.
Do you guys have any like joint projects or songs together, or is that something in the works at all? Or?
We have a lot of songs together.
Yeah.
We've always shared kind of like the common idea of wanting to make like a joint project together, but bigger than me and him, like we're in a collective, which is Junior Varsity. And
okay, tell me about that real quick. Junior Varsity.
There's a couple of us, you know what I'm saying, and everybody I feel like brings something extreme to the table, and we're kind of working on like a collective project like at the moment. So
like a Dreamville.
Yeah, I hate that. That's the thing now. Like, if you make a collective project, it's automatically like, oh, y'all doing what Dreamville did. I'm like, damn, they weren't the first people to have a collective
or like
project.
Bad Boys or something.
That or TDE.
Like, bro, that or TDE. Like, I'm telling you, like,
wow.
if anything, we try to like we get a lot of the shit that we get from like Dipset and people like, I swear to God, like, don't get me wrong, like I'm a super fucking J. Cole fan, but as a collective and stuff like that, like
he's got the shirt on even.
Come on, bro. Like, come on.
Is it
Cole
signed even?
Oh no, this is actually one of my homegirls. She's from Arizona. She's actually out in Germany right now, but she painted this, and her name is Antoinette Colley. Shout out to Antoinette.
Shout out.
Shameless plug.
Shout out Antoinette Colley. But yeah, that's really it. We kind of are trying to work on a collective project within everybody right now. Within that, you know what I mean? We want to try to get a project done. He might want to get another one done with somebody. Like, we're working on so much shit. It's borderline impossible to put into words because it's sick.
Is there anything like newly inventive that you've been doing during the COVID? Like, I know a lot of people started like podcasts or.
We do verse a days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do a verse a day right now. Like, we got that going on with I don't know if you're familiar with Chris Patrick.
I am not.
Chris Patrick is popping. That's somebody you need to get familiar with. That is my cousin.
You were about to drop a song with Dante Thomas also, right?
On Sunday. That is my birthday as well.
I'm excited about that one. Tell me about Chris Patrick though. I'm excited.
He kind of started like this little like verse a day group thing, and just that in a way was kind of like needed inspiration that you didn't know that you needed. So we've been doing that, and that's been like super refreshing from an inspiration standpoint. Like, you're trying to find something to go to every day or whatever it is, and you feel like you have a reason now. So shout out to Chris Patrick for that. Y'all go stream From the Heart.
Yeah.
Stream the heart. Stream that. From the heart to the heart.
Do you guys have anything dropping soon? Like, you got your song
Guava dropping on Sunday. And
how'd you meet him real quick? Because he's from Oregon, so that's kind of cool. You're just all over the place.
My managers, man. Managers, and again, Campana. That's one of my close friends. So he already had like a relationship established with Dante. So we were already kind of like fans of each other's music in a sense. Like, I appreciate what you do, you appreciate what I do, and it was just kind of like meshing and making everything make sense. We both were like, damn, you're a dope person, you know what I mean? Vice versa. I already think you're dope. Let's make something crazy. And literally, he pulled up at like midnight, and we had a crazy song by 3 a.m.
Wow. Yeah, I need to get him on the podcast. I've had on Mike Bogan, who works with him quite frequently, and yeah, Dante's dope as fuck.
Shout out Produce. Shout out my niggas, man.
Hell yeah. So, anything you want to promote, Dobey Dobe?
Man, just JV. Be on the lookout. We out here, man. JV.
We are outside.
Hell yeah.
We do not go back in.
And any advice?
Stay out.
Any advice you guys have?
Stay outside.
Stay outside? Is that the advice?
Stay outside. Step on necks.
Oh shit! Random. I don't know if you heard of the Odd Squad family.
I don't know if I have.
They are quite big, but I recently, like a week ago, dropped a record with them. It's called On My Way. It's Odd Squad family, Dobey Dobe, produced by AKT Action. That shit's fire.
I want to check that out.
Yes, sir.
What is the easiest way to reach both you guys?
You can reach me on Instagram. You can reach me on Twitter. Jaywop JV, same thing all across the board. You know what I mean? I give drugs, I give hugs, I give love. You know what I'm saying? I give plugs, and I give music that all the people dug.
Check out the new album even though it's been a few months.
It's new to somebody.
There we go.
It's new to someone.
What about you? How do you reach you, Dobey Dobe?
It's just Dobey Dobe on all platforms. That's DOBEY and then DOBE.
There we go. This is the NAST podcast with
Dobey Dobe
and
motherfucking Jaywop, nigga.